Ooh. This shit is not it. Good morning. We up, good morning. This morning say, let's talk about the interview with bruh saying that paying for shows and open mics is the worst thing possible in Raleigh in North Carolina. Hold on. But yeah, that's what we on today. It says, so the topic of the day is let's talk about the interview with bruh. And I think it was Big Mouth Media on his interview. It was a good interview. He was saying paying for show culture and open mics is the worst shit possible. Right? Hold on. Get a couple people in the room before we go ham this morning. Keep tagging up the world. Tabbing in. Keep breaking and breaking and breaking. But yeah, what's up? Good morning. But yeah, man, we're gonna talk about this morning. It's crazy because I had the same conversation a couple months ago. I don't even know if people remember. I had the same convo. And it's funny that half the time when we be having these convos about this conversation, when the shit come from my mouth, everybody feels some way. But it's just funny to see the culture changing and shifting, because when I seen it yesterday, somebody had posted it and somebody tagged me and they're like, bro, listen to what bruh saying, exactly what you said. I said this shit a long time ago. I think one of the worst things in the world is we ain't getting nowhere from paying for shows. You know what I'm saying? It ain't doing nothing for us. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what a lot of people got an attitude. I think they counted me out, or motherfuckers don't call my phone about certain shit or ask me for certain things because they think, oh, I'm big-headed. I'm too, you know what I'm saying? I'm too arrogant or something, like I don't know what I'm talking about, right? But I was saying exactly what that interview was about, if y'all remember. I was saying that at the end of the day, on them lives, people was making it seem like, bro, you ain't here, you ain't at this, you ain't at Hill the Hood, you ain't here, we don't see you, you don't pop out. But I was trying to get them to see if you young and you just coming up in this rap shit, and this is what you trying to do, right? Then, yeah, any artist or anybody, what you trying to do, you need to be in the field or get out to the public so that they can see you and so that they can invest or get to know or get familiar with your brand. So there is a point of it. But then there's a ceiling to that shit too. So if I'm brand new out to the city or to any place I live and I do like open mics, and I want to get seen and big shows, and I gotta pay $100, $300 to perform, it's exposure. But the exposure only makes sense if you got your shit together, right? But at what point, if you be out here long enough, so when you young, you don't know no better, so it just sound like an older nigga hating, like, man, that nigga he ain't make it, so he trying to tell other motherfuckers what ain't gonna work and how and why it ain't gonna work. But in reality, the truth of this situation is it ain't never gonna do shit for you past a certain point. So when we going in and we performing at the open mic, so we paying niggas to perform, the question I asked last year when everybody had slick shit to say to me was, name me one person out this place that got put on from an open mic or a paid show. Name me one, ever. I'll wait. So when when he was in his interview and they was asking him about it, the thing that had me bugged out was that he was saying, like, you know, he think it's the sickest shit in the world for somebody to pay. Why, when we're paying to perform, it's pointless in North Carolina. Because I always said it, and I noticed this before he did, because I'm probably a little older than bro. We used to go out like 15 years ago, 10 years ago, we used to go to these open mics, we used to go to these shows, we used to go to these clubs, right? And then we would perform, just speaking of open mics, for example. And let's say few of them would get lit, like 2T's Caraco, but it was certain ones with certain shows that was thrown, they was super lit. Right? But when you get in there, let's say it's 200 people in the building, so it look packed. Let's say the first group of 3 niggas perform. After they perform their 3 records, when they leave, like 9 people leave with them. So that right there is 12 people out of the group. The next group perform at the open mic, right? Then let's say it's one dude, he brought like 6 people with him. He performed his song or 2. When he done, he leave. right? That's another 7 people leaving. Then it might be a group that's a little popular and they come in, it might be like 4 of them, and then they got like all of them, they got like 20 people with them. After they done performing, they leave. You know what I'm saying? That's like 26 people, 28 people that leave. Boom. As you see after 3, 4 acts, you done already 30, 40 to 50 people done left the building already. That's what the music scene looked like in North Carolina, right? And it's like, when I was young, I used to go out there and thinking like, damn, it's only worth it. If you go to open mic and shit, it's only worth it if it's packed and you like in the first 5, you in like the first 5 to 7 spots. After that, anything after the first 5 performers, it just start looking thinner and thinner and thinner and thinner. But then it's crazy because if you go there and you don't know people, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna end up getting pushed down to the bottom of that list. So that's even worse. By the time you get on stage, it's only probably like 5 people in the club outside the bartenders and shit. So that's why after doing it from like 20 years old to like 25, I stopped. You know what I'm saying? I used to go to all of them because I had to realize like a couple people around me was like, yo, that shit dope and you done been to all of them, but what that shit doing for you? Everybody you see in these fucking open mics, all them niggas I seen in them open mics, half of them niggas sitting around Raleigh right now ain't got no fucking albums out, ain't got no music or nothing. There's no shot to them, but it's just saying that the open mic didn't serve a purpose for none of us, really. I mean, it didn't serve a big purpose. If you want exposure, like I said, open mic is great. If you love the rap and you want to be seen, the open mic is great. You know what I'm saying? You just want to get out the house and enjoy some good vibes and shit. And you know what I'm saying? Open mic is great, but it's not, the culture of North Carolina isn't, okay, it's an open mic. The people are not saying like, girl, let's go over here because it's about to be these rappers. About like the people in Raleigh and North Carolina don't give a fuck about the music, like on a deeper level. And it's been like that because North Carolina has never really had much to root for itself. You know what I'm saying? They had pieces here and there. So in this open mic, it's dope. That's why I say if you coming up or you need exposure, you trying to get your face back out there, then you might want to hit all the open mics. But you need to hit these open mics with an agenda. You know what I'm saying? If I was at open mics with my upcoming artists, it would be for so they can get exposure, get used to performing on stage, and also to hit the crowd with merch. Or not just merch, but like CDs or shit like that, or hit them with flyers so they can go get to their music and join they, you know what I mean? That would be my point. If I was to do shit like that, it would be not so much just a performance, but to work the crowd, to kind of introduce them to people while they up there performing or to really work the building, right? That's the only point. But overall, on a bigger scale, nobody can name me one nigga who made it out of who got a deal or got any type of buzz out of going from an open mic. So earlier this year, when I be on the live with niggas and a lot of niggas see a lot of people that I talk to, we all understand the game from the angles we understand it, right? So not even being funny, but niggas don't know no better, right? So they don't know, like, it's like now when it's your turn and you grinding and you putting the work in, you like, shit, I'm that nigga. Ain't nobody working as hard as me. That's the mindset. But you might not realize that a nigga might have been out there or another person been out there working and grinding and doing this shit for 5, 6 years as well. But it's nothing but an open mic. At some point, you get tired of going out and by the time you perform, everybody left, you be like, okay, this shit lame. It's pointless. You know what I'm saying? Everybody out there coming out there to rap. It's a crowd full of rap niggas. And rappers ain't really in the business of listening to other rappers. You know what I'm saying? I hate to say it, that sounds dumb, but it's true. They came to perform, and after they perform, they like, yo, fuck it, yo, we superstars, you feel me? We out. And that's what happens. Now, and let me jump. He also, in his interview, he was saying that paid shows and is the, like, artists paying to perform is the dumbest shit ever. Now, I've always felt like that, right? Because let's say it's an event, right? And the event do got a lot of people from the city coming to Raleigh, which is lit. We need the exposure. When we pay for it, right? It kind of don't make sense to benefit us because the people who came out there, 9 times out of 10, they came out there to see the people. Like they got, like if they came to see certain people, or that one person from their neighborhood or where they live at, or the person they know. So you got a whole bunch of people came to see certain people, and then most of the time, if there's a headliner like a big time artist, the people came to see them, right? Which is, who cares on a business level? Because even if they came to see Jay-Z, if I could perform in front of these 100,000 people and I'm dope, it's gonna help me. That's true, right? But at the same time, it also could be not true if you in a place that don't give a fuck about the talent where they from. So when they was waiting for like Tusi back in the day, I remember like a lot of people there, like people was performing and the crowd was just kind of like staring at them. And I was thinking like, damn, there's no feedback or interaction. And it's not to knock the city, it's just kind of like this. It's like this place, in a lot of places that never had a face, it's like when they see people from where they from, they don't know how to judge the talent from where they from because they looking at it from just a one-way perspective. Well, you know, he can't be dope because he's still here, or he can't be that. And so we have been programmed. We want to see niggas from other towns. We want to see somebody from South Carolina who coming up. We want to see somebody from Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? That's the mindset. So when we doing this music and when we trying to get exposure, some shit makes shit, some don't. So the key as an artist, for one, is like, I personally, is to get your weight up so that they pay you for a show, right? Because if you a rapper and you paying for all your shows, that's kind of opposite of being a rapper, right? Because you would think, as being a rapper, you would say, I want to get so hot and create a buzz that they paying me to perform. But when the clubs or when the events has got a lot of people and they already got to make their money back, and so they like, all right, boy, I'm charging people $50 a ticket, whatever, to get in. I got a headline of $75 a ticket. And then like, rappers, you want to perform? Yours going to be $100 to perform a song. That's it. So a nigga pay $100 to perform that song. You end up, you paid for the performance. This shit not, most people ain't got their shit together to where you on stage where you got 10 niggas in the crowd out there throwing t-shirts, throwing CDs in the crowd, doing all this crazy shit. That's when it's worth it. I don't want y'all to get me wrong. And I'm not knocking, you know, spending money and investing in your business for you to be seen as a rapper. You know what I'm saying? But you got to be able to ask yourself, okay, if I'm going to pay for this, what is this going to do for me? Is there A&Rs in the crowd? Is it people here? Is it really like true music heads? Like if it's a festival and it's like 40,000 people out there, 100,000 people in an arena, you can get in there like, yo, it's 150 to perform a song or whatever. And it's like, it's a music festival, that's worth it. You know what I'm saying? But when you in a place where they don't have where people don't understand what it take to get music out, like I never understood it. Like you could drop and go hard, but the reason why the people gonna follow you now is for all the wrong reasons. You know what I'm saying? If you willing to crash out and do dumb shit, you gonna go down, and that's the reason why in his conversation everybody was tagging me yesterday, because it was like, bro, I was just talking about this shit, but every time I'm live with a nigga and I'm talking about this shit, they make it seem like I'm just a hater. Now, I already know I ain't, but the point of the matter is, it's just to show you how much the culture don't understand. But somebody like me, let's say a lot of niggas, they give me a lot of flack behind what I be saying on the live, but it's that's me understanding business and understanding what's good for me. You know, I ain't performing that shit unless they cutting me a check. I could care less about going to these spots and paying them, because the same niggas that's in their club, I could just work the streets outside in reality like I was doing and hit half of them and get more of an individual. Like when motherfuckers out at these events, they come out there, they drinking liquor, they fucked up, they high, they listening to music, but they out of it. A lot of people just want to get out the house, right? If I meet you when you out and I got 3-4 niggas with me and I meet you and I got my team with me and we approach you and stop you or whatever, or just giving away music, I get your attention, right? And whatever, that's just being real. You better off hitting the streets or saving your money and taking that money, and then whatever you spent to perform, press up a whole bunch of CDs and get them shits out to every woman you see. Or every time you see a nigga with a nice car, with a nice system, you stop and give him a CD. You gotta have a logic and a target with this shit. But open mic ain't gonna do nothing for you in North Carolina, because the open mic ain't doing nothing but really putting money in the niggas' pockets that throw them. So when like my man hit me and was like, yo, Jerz, when you was arguing with niggas, I knew you was gonna pop out. You feel me? I just knew you was gonna pop out and goddamn come to open mics and shit. He said it, and then after like 3 weeks, I said, this nigga not coming out. And I'm thinking to myself, and this my nigga, when he said this to me, like, my nigga, I done did thousands of open mics. I could care less. Like me coming into an open mic, spitting and shit, proving, what am I proving myself to the rappers I can rap? We did that already. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what's the goal in this shit? You know what I'm saying? So the goal for me is that I'm trying to get paid for it. Fuck these niggas out here. If you think that I want to come to your event and I'm gonna pay you to do it, it's like, it's fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Professionally. You know what I mean? Because as a business, I feel like we can build our brand and we can follow. But it's funny because on that interview where they was talking, right? A lot of people in the feed, I noticed on the feed, because it was a great interview by Big Mouth Media. It was a great interview. But in the feed, people was putting up their, that's why you need to like build your following on the internet first and at home, and like build your following first and then be on the move. But I'm like, oh, word? So what about, but when everybody had jokes and niggas try to make their little comments at me and saying like, you know, me being in the house, like, ain't that the same shit? Right? Like, just in general, right? If I ain't only been in the house, but I went from standing on the street corner to standing on the street corner selling music years ago to doing both, to focusing on my internet grind, right? To where the point where the matter is, people got all this slick shit to say in business, which is cool with me because numbers don't lie. You know what I'm saying? I got multiple videos that just was on one platform, just on Facebook alone, you know what I'm saying, had like 35, 28,000 and shit like that. So building my following, doing it that way, not being at these open mics, not being out there, right? But building my following, getting my following up, getting my Spotify up, really getting my true followers, like the real followers. Not like it's so many gadgets and gizmos you can pay to hit your numbers up, but it's not the same as having a real following. That means when you drop, you really can't make shit shake, even though your numbers look like it. It's a open mics off of rehearsals and content. People have the narrative messed up. Yeah, and I don't know how long you've been watching, but that's what I was saying. It depends on what you trying to get out of it. It's pointless if you trying to get a record deal or get seen like that by it. That's not the point. If you just want to get exposure and get the people to see you in the city, or like you said, you want to practice, because this is what I said earlier. I got a new artist coming out. I'm gonna take them to the open mic so they can get comfortable on stage and get a feel. But if you ain't got niggas in the crowd with you handing out CDs or flyers with your shit, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody got no posters, ain't no merch, and it's a waste of time. You just out there rapping you out there rapping to a bunch of rappers. You feel me? It says, somebody in the industry told me never to pay to perform 10 years ago. Hell no. Hell no. That's my point, though. So a lot of times people would hit me about performing and doing shit. And when they hit me about this performance and shit, it'd be like, I tell them, like, I think people take me wrong. Like, I be telling them, like, I try to explain to them and break down to them why I don't do them. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, it's like, they'll never call me again. But it's like I'm saying open mics. If niggas throwing shows or something like that, like a personal event and trying to do something that's different, that's not an open mic. That's not a paid show. That's an event. That's something like we all get together, book out, bring our fans, and we do that. That's different. But I always say this shit to people. Now, y'all remember I've been on live this last year and a half, and everybody has something to say. But all bruh said, all he did was certify that everything I fucking said, that I knew what I was talking about. And the reason why I understood what he was saying before he even did the interview and was explaining this shit, because the only way you gonna learn some shit, you gotta be in the field. If you a street nigga, you know certain shit from watching TV, but it's a lot of shit you just ain't gonna understand until you actually in them situations. So niggas who ain't never really been to the open mics consistently, and niggas who ain't been out there pushing their dreams, to them, that's the next phase, so they don't know what to expect. They gotta go out there and fuck up to realize it's right. You know what I'm saying? But paid shows is facts. Like, I ain't paying for no show. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that big of a deal, because at the end of the day, a paid show can't help you. Because if you paying, right, then you losing money. Rap is a business. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason a lot of people tell me in Raleigh, niggas be like, yo, bro, like, I want you on this record. I want you to get on this shit. And it was a time when I was younger, we was so hyped to get on records, we was getting it. And then even back then, a lot of niggas was acting funny about shit. But that's why at the end of the day, like, it's gonna be hard. Like, niggas won't have features from me if niggas ain't gonna pay me for a verse. That's fair. And not just because I'm a rapper, right? The reason why I had a couple people hit me last year and they was like, well, why I'm paying you for? What you paying for is for my audience, for my following. I have a following. I have people that listen to me and people that rock with me on different levels. So for example, I got a homeboy who told me, he was like, I had a couple people that told me, like, yo, I did a song with you. And then, like, after the song drop or the video drop, I be at home and people be in my inbox like, bro, I ain't know you know, bro, but stay with him because he about his shit, or do what you do. You feel me? You know what I mean? Like, it's the game is very, if you paying for a show, it's not a losing situation. I mean, it's on you, bro. Like, I mean, if that's how you feel, then hey, I feel you. But I'm telling you, at the end of the day, it's exactly what I said. If you paying for a show, you know what I'm saying, you losing. Unless you, like I said earlier, see, if you just came in, you missed probably most of what I said. If you paying for a show, you losing. Ain't no questions about it, bro. You paying to be seen, but being seen by who? So right now, for you, the perfect example, name me one nigga out of North Carolina who made it from performing at a show, at an open mic or one of these events. You can't, my nigga. You can't. See, most of the time, bro, when you be talking to niggas ain't been in the game as long as you and shit like that. So that's why, like, it's a lot of shit people do in Raleigh that I say this shit's stupid. Earlier I said, if it's a festival with 100,000 people, then it makes sense because these people came to see music. But in all these other events, these open mics and the rest of these shit we be doing in Raleigh, niggas really just came to see the people they came to see. So exposure is key, but if the exposure from paying for a show in North Carolina got a ceiling on it. This ain't a festival, ain't got a ceiling. It's 100,000 people from all these different states. When we doing these shit, there's a whole bunch of people from Raleigh, the same niggas that we've been promoting to all year. The same motherfuckers out here who ain't streaming, ain't buying shit, regardless of the talent. Niggas feel entitled in Raleigh, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's what I be saying. So my point is, I'm saying North Carolina. Because bro, in the interview yesterday on Big Mouth Media, this is what he was saying. You have no idea in the crowd, but my point of the matter is, what the fuck has it done for people, bro? That's what I mean by niggas with opinions. You just got an opinion, my nigga. You ain't listening. You jump on my live, and then you come up here, and then you be saying shit, and you didn't hear the whole conversation, bro. Everything you wrote on my board, I done said already. But they say, bro, you have no idea. I said that, but in North Carolina, listen to me, bro. In North Carolina, every day, and all the real niggas gonna agree with me, we done been at all these fucking events. The same niggas in Raleigh here, bro. The same niggas who been in, these same niggas at the Hill of Hoods is the same niggas who been in Raleigh every fucking day. And out of every Hill to Hood or any event, not picking on Hill to Hood, but all these events and shit, and even the shows that you be DJing at, who the fuck got on? Nobody. So that's my point. It's more of a dollar for the niggas who running the show, like the niggas who running it. It make paying for shows in Raleigh or in North Carolina, it put money in the pockets of the nigga who throwing a venue. It don't do shit for the artist. You can't name me one nigga. And if you name me one nigga, I shut up. But since you can't, that's my point. Nobody got on in North Carolina, bruh. You know what I'm saying? I was out here in this shit before you was out here in this shit. You know what I'm saying? I was traveling, not even being funny, bro. That's what I'm saying. I understand I understand what niggas don't know. A lot of niggas get me fucked up, bro. With me personally, and I don't know personal shit, I really be out here. See, a lot of these other niggas you meet, bro, these niggas half-ass rappers. They half-ass niggas. They half-ass invest in themselves. They half-ass in the studio. They half-ass niggas. I know a lot of niggas, right? But you ain't met a lot of niggas. That's why I be sitting in the rooms with niggas, and niggas can't deal with me at the end of the day, bro. Most niggas, some niggas make beats. Some niggas engineer. Some niggas rap. Some niggas run their businesses. I do all that shit. So while half of y'all niggas out there struggling just making beats or just doing y'all job, I'm doing 6 of them and managing other talent. So when I be talking to niggas in Raleigh at the end of the day, it's funny when I say it, niggas got a problem with it. But the nigga from Big Mouth Media who they dropped the interview yesterday, nobody had shit to say. You feel me? See, and then niggas get it fucked up. Niggas is like, well, I ain't heard of you. And not saying you, bro, because I met you, but in general, niggas ain't heard of me. You ain't heard of me because in the day, I'm self-sufficient, my nigga. Most niggas need help. So niggas got to come to a nigga like you and say, bro, I need beats. And nigga, I don't need that shit, respectfully. So when niggas don't see me, it's because I'm not mingling in rooms that I mingled in. I'm 36, my nigga. I've been mingling in this scene since I was fucking 17. At some point at 25, I realized this shit couldn't do nothing for me. Because unlike the rest of y'all niggas, most of y'all niggas, y'all ain't stood on the corner for 8, 9 years to see how far y'all CDs can sell, how much money you really can make from this place. Y'all niggas don't know that shit. Y'all don't, respectfully. You feel me? Niggas know what it's like to be in the studio making beats, making music, but see, if you a beat maker, you only know the game from one perspective because as a beat maker, your job is a service. You a service guy. Meaning that you make beats and niggas get them, they buy and they keep it pushing. But if you own the label, and you make beats, you gonna see the game 2 different ways. If you a rapper, you gonna see the game one way. You just see the game from getting to the studio, dropping your shit. That's where the confusion and the confliction come from. Niggas don't realize that I'm a rapper, my nigga. I'm a rapper, right? And then right after that, I'm also a businessman because I had to carry myself. Ain't no 10, 9, ain't no 11, 12 niggas behind me. Everything I had to do, I had niggas with me. So everything I'm speaking to y'all about ain't my opinion. It's what I seen over the last 15 years in North Carolina. I know what this shit capable of. I know how shallow niggas really is. Respectfully. I know how shallow niggas is. Niggas don't work with each other, bro. I know most of the street niggas. When we was coming up, I'm in a room with all these niggas. And I'm sitting in a room with them and I'm saying, yo, y'all 2 niggas know each other? Y'all chill together every day? And y'all niggas ain't got a song together? That's the Raleigh mentality. You feel me? That's the Raleigh mentality. And just that me coming up, being a little younger than the niggas above me, because I'm in the middle of everybody of the generations. The young niggas now, the new niggas, I'm above them, but I'm not up there with like, I'm a little under with Shice and everybody else at. I've been out here for a long fucking time. The rest of these niggas that can't run their mouth, or when you see niggas in the city, the reason why niggas don't say shit to me, because at the end of the day, not no arrogant shit, for the last 17 years, nigga, I ain't take one day off. The rest of y'all niggas took days off. So niggas can come on live and cat with me, but niggas know when we in them same rooms, that shit different. You feel me? Niggas talk all this shit to me, but I speak from experience. That's why I'm so prevalent in this place, and that's why my voice matters. You feel me? At the end of the day, niggas can argue with me, but bruh just, everything I'm saying today, bruh just dropped the interview and said that shit on Big Mouth Media, and he broke that shit down about why it's stupid, and they was like, what you feel about open mics? He said, I think that's the stupidest shit ever. But when I was live, niggas would come up here and be like, no, bruh, keep that one-sided aspect to yourself, because if you ain't up here, if you don't tap in with me on a regular and you don't know what I'm speaking on, that shit get irritating after a while. You know what I'm saying? And I'm the person I am on live. Like, that shit to me sometimes could be a bit much, because at the end of the day, like, if you ain't listening to me, sometimes I tell niggas tap out, don't waste my time. Because I be saying this shit niggas come to my board saying. Right? In North Carolina, nobody on my live, I don't even want to talk. If you can't name me a nigga who blew up from an open mic, or from one of these paid shows, there ain't no conversation, respectfully. You feel me? Because what niggas do talking about exposure, like me and Matt was saying this. Just like the shit with J. Cole and them. Niggas break their neck to go out there to the J. Cole festival, right? And that shit good marketing. If you're gonna do like what Madison was doing, that's footwork. Posters and shit, because people gonna be looking, and some people might look and be bright. That makes sense, but at the same time, it's people coming from out of town. If you gonna stand outside, and you better off going to the event, bringing book bags, 10 niggas with you and handing out flyers and CDs. You'll get more accomplished than performing in front of these niggas. These niggas came to see somebody already, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, this ain't just me talking, nigga. I did hundreds and hundreds of shows each year in North Carolina, like performing and shit. And ain't no fucking way. You feel me? I be up here talking and niggas be thinking I just be talking. And let me keep it funky with y'all. Just cause I ain't got no deal, niggas better learn the game, nigga. Back at like 22, David Harrell, the nigga that found Diddy, right? David Harrell had a website back in the day. I entered 3 years of competition. I won all 3 of them. Right? I didn't want a record deal. So half the niggas that be up here flexing because y'all think y'all somebody, bro. Half of the time, and it's not a shot at Loso, I'm just saying half of the time, I'm talking about when I be up here live. Half of the time, niggas got their ways with me, but if niggas was to sit down and really understood, like, end of the day, I can help niggas' brands. Just like a lot of times, our disconnection be at the fact because we so selfish as rappers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Or lately, like, I be sitting and chopping up the niggas. It's so much I could do to help niggas, or not to help certain people or artists, but at the same time, I'm not about to be sitting and arguing with no niggas, trying to bargain with them, telling them what the fuck I could do for them. You know what I'm saying? Because like I be telling, like I was telling my people yesterday, we was talking, it was good conversation. I'm telling him, like, look, bro, most of the niggas that want to sign your daughter, right? Cause I'm talking to my man about his daughter. As he like, yo, niggas want his daughter. His daughter fire as fuck out here. She a dope ass artist. You know what I'm saying? And I was telling her, like, I met your daughter years ago. My peoples introduced me to her, but she ain't never been to the studio. So I'm telling, like, if you know me, you a rap nigga, and I done gave you invitations to the studio, and you never came to the studio, it get to a certain point in this rap shit to when you might, let's say I'm getting bigger and bigger to where you feel like I'm at the level you want me to be, and then you hit me and try to work with me, I'm gonna ignore the fuck out you, right? Because at the end of the day, me being a person with the studio, the master, the engineer, the beat maker that I can get your whole project out. Just me and you, I can get your whole project out and done and mixed and mastered and sound good and get that shit on the boards and get it out there and point you in the direction for the videos and break shit down and be in the field with you if I needed to. At the end of the day, why do I be bargaining with niggas? The rest of these niggas, see, when y'all sit down with the rest of these niggas is businessmen, but these niggas can't do all the jobs. So they on some business shit. And that's why I was telling my man, like, look, bro, you gotta hear me out. When they come at you, this nigga, he a rapper that run a business label, but he don't make beats and he don't mix and master. So he a businessman, but he gonna have to play this a certain way. So you looking at this, but I ain't him because I can do the whole process, right? But that's how we condition because we so used to fuck niggas in this industry, right? And in this game, right? And I'm saying, now this nigga, he got this and this going on, but this nigga over here, he ain't really shit because he don't make no beats. He don't do this. Like, he either gonna be a boss who can get niggas to do it for him, but at the same time, it's all business. It's a different connection. You know what I'm saying? It's different. So that's when I be saying, like, yo, I'm not interested in leveling out because I be telling, like, all these other niggas that's trying to work with you, they trying to sign you or trying to take your rights and trying to fuck you over. Half the niggas, I be trying to genuinely help a lot of people, like, look, this we gonna do. But I ain't gonna spend all my time at the end of the day. I know how much money I spent on my equipment in the crib. I know how much bread, I know how many hours I spent in the studio in the last 15 years. Every day, sun up to sun down. And niggas who know me know it's true, right? So it's just, that's what I'm saying. This ain't coming from a nigga, because y'all see me live talking. This, when I talk music, this ain't coming from somebody who think he a rapper. You know what I'm saying? I'm 36. 18 years ago, I made a choice. I said I'm gonna be a rapper, right? And ever since then, from my first CD all the way until maybe to like 3-4 years ago, because as I got older and started changing and transitioning more, I was every summer I'm outside with 2 albums, 2 mixtapes. You know what I'm saying? And niggas know. But at the end of the day, everybody want to go live and be funny because at the end of the day, it don't make that sense. But when I speak, I'm speaking for what I understand, not what I think. And I think that at the end of the day, I've been going live long enough to really, at the end of the day, my perspective just be on some, like, I check shit because at the end of the day, it's like, when we talking business, yes, when you go to an open mic or when you go to it's exposure. But these same people live in your city. They came out to drink. There's no open mic. I've never seen an open mic really where it's packed from wall to wall, and not only that, but niggas stay from the beginning to the end. In order for that to happen in Raleigh, you gotta have a lock-in. This real shit. Niggas gotta, like, book a bowling alley or skating ranch and perform in it, but lock the doors and nobody can leave until like 5 in the morning. That's the only way in Carolina. Other than that, niggas coming in and they leaving out instantly. So even on a few nights that it's packed, by the time we get to performance number 6, everybody leaving. So that's what I mean. If these shows ain't getting niggas deals, if these open mics ain't getting niggas seen, because like he said, like Loso said, like, well, we don't know who in the crowd. But clearly, bruh, if these niggas was in the crowd, how come ain't nobody get put on? See, I ain't gonna argue with you, Loso, because I ain't the rest of these rap niggas, bruh. I done met you before. I ain't gonna do all the arguing with you, because at the end of the day, you don't benefit me, just like I don't benefit you. Regardless if you fuck with me or respect what I say or not, nigga, I'ma drop. Just like vice versa. Regardless if I respect what you saying or not, you gonna drop. You know what I'm saying? But my point of view solid, nigga. You ain't a rapper. You ain't never been on these fucking corners. You know the game, bro, but it's a lot of shit you don't know. And I ain't about to argue with you, and I ain't giving you no more energy. And that's facts on that shit. So we gonna keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, certain shit just not important, bro. I'm not one of them niggas. I'm not one of them guys. I ain't a nigga that think I know, nigga. You make beats, I make beats. What's up, nigga? You mix, I mix. It's a difference, though. You feel me? Let's talk real shit. You know what I'm saying? I know, nigga. I know about bad business that you done did with niggas. Like, I keep it funky with you. I ain't you, bro. So when you come up here and you play that Mr. I know everything, fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Fuck out of here. That shit don't work over here, bro. You ain't never did shit for me. You know what I'm saying? So when you come up here and your opinion matters so much more than what I'm saying that you think you gonna just fuck out of here, man. You can tap off my live, bro. Cause this is the type of shit I be trying to tell y'all in the public. I ain't about to keep arguing with niggas from out here who feel like they doing something and feel like their opinion matter at the end of the day, bro. If your shit matter, tap in with me, sit down with me. Cause before half y'all niggas run y'all mouth, y'all just don't know that y'all talking to one of them niggas. If you don't know me, you younger than me 9 times out of 10, or you just went in the circles. And as about 8, 9 years ago, bro, I got tired of sitting around all these niggas doing nothing, my nigga. So if that's the reason for the disconnect, then you just need to sit around, ass around, and chop it up with me. I met you at that show that one time, Love, bro. What you don't know, that show that you was doing, you was DJing that, nigga, and Bless, that shit was me and Bless idea. That whole shit, I talked to, see, that's what I be saying when niggas be talking. It's a lot of niggas that do shit, and then y'all get in like you the DJ, but you don't know, cause see, Bless don't tell y'all niggas that for 2 years before that, me and Bless, and I'm telling them how to do the show. Like, bro, if you gonna do it, you gotta do it this way. You can't just bring any talent up there. You gotta do it this way. See, that's why I be saying a lot of niggas be having shit to say, other radio person that say slick shit about me. Y'all don't realize how closely connected I be to half of y'all niggas to the niggas y'all know. And not you particularly. You know what I'm saying? I believe you. I believe you. But that's what I'm saying. Call Bless, bruh. See, I don't cap about shit. Call Bless. Bless gonna tell you. 2 years before that event, me and Bless was on the phone, and he was saying he wanted to do a show. Let me give you the facts. And I was telling Bless, like, listen, bro, nobody listen to me. This the problem with Carolina and they shows. And I'm gonna put game, and hopefully somebody listen. And these Carolina and these shows, niggas do throw venues and shows at times, but who really throwing a venue and going out there and like hand-picking talent? Who really throwing venues and being picky about who they got performing? I'm gonna get this motherfucker, he fire. I'm gonna get this singer, they fire. I'm gonna get this rapper, right? And then throw the show where it's like everybody in the building talented. Fuck the homie Discount, my homeboy Plug, all of this other shit. That's what I'm saying. You saying your homeboy owe the club, but the idea of the show started before you was even the DJ at the show. And that's what I'm trying to get you to say. See, y'all niggas say stop it because you don't know no better, my nigga. But at the end of the day, it ain't gonna do nothing for you. Arguing with me at the end of the day still ain't doing shit for rappers, bro. You know what I'm saying? But niggas don't like me at the end of the day. The rest of these niggas can't tell you what I tell you, bro. Or can't. Let me tell you why. And this is my honest opinion. In Raleigh, niggas gotta kind of bite their tongue when they talk to niggas. Or when they go into y'all studios and shit, cause y'all niggas in control. Right? So I know how niggas get mad about beats and act like they want to block niggas on beats. Yeah, I know, my nigga. And they act like you don't want niggas to use your beats and shit. So that's what I be saying. Like, I want you to understand this shit. It's a difference in this shit and how shit be going. I understand a lot of shit in this city that niggas don't know because I was really outside, my nigga. I don't have to stand outside for 18 years on a corner and be a street nigga. Nah, nigga, I was outside already. You know what I'm saying? We get older. You know what I'm saying? When we was running around ass niggas, I wasn't one of the yes boys. I was one of the niggas running my team. Always. You know what I'm saying? See, niggas, that's the point that I say at the end of the day that it ain't even worth half of it. But I ain't mad at you personally or nothing like that. We just talking shit. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Not to knock you, bro. You do your thing. I mean, honest, you do your thing. I ain't got no gripe against you. I ain't about to go on live and say your beat's not dope. Or I hate when niggas do that. I hate when niggas be mad at a nigga on live and then say some out of pocket shit like, oh, the nigga not nice. No, the nigga Loso dope. He can help your career, but see, the bad politics in Raleigh is like I was gonna say earlier, the bad politics is when shit don't benefit, when everybody not doing what they supposed to do, and the politics and shit get bad. That's the problem out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. Yeah, niggas think what you think I'm not coming to studios because no. I don't come to studios. I just don't waste my time. A lot of niggas need something. This is what I was saying. A lot of niggas in Raleigh need something. So they know me. So a lot of niggas really know me. So what it come down to is that most rappers in the city, they might be uncomfortable working with niggas or not fucking with niggas or shit bad business, but niggas trying to come on. So niggas deal with shit they ain't got to deal with. Because 99% of all rappers on earth don't got their own studios. And even if they do, you can have the money for equipment, but still not know how to use that shit. This facts. Most of the niggas who got equipment out here and don't even know how to use their shit. Niggas don't know how to mix and master, don't know this shit. It's real. But most niggas be mad at niggas out here, but the niggas bite their tongue because they need niggas for something. The problem is when niggas come across me, I'm the first nigga in the city to be like, I don't need you for shit, so I'm gonna tell niggas the truth. Because what you could do, I could do. You know what I'm saying? But what I could do, can y'all niggas do? You feel me? See, like, that's why I tell niggas, I be arguing with niggas. Niggas get fly with me sometime and they be like, okay, you make beats, so you an engineer. But your beats alone can't sell a record, my nigga. You need a rapper to get on your shit, and you need rappers to push your shit further. Or if you an engineer, your craft ain't shit without a rapper or without a beat, right? Because you need niggas to come to you technically to get this shit manifested at the end of the day. That's the issue at the end of the day. Niggas ain't used to it. Niggas ain't used to niggas talking like me because at the end of the day, I ain't never got to have a conversation with none of y'all niggas. I could wake up and not have one conversation with no rap nigga in Raleigh, and I still can drop and do whatever the fuck I want to do. It ain't no nigga in Raleigh who responsible for what the fuck I do. That's the difference. Nigga, I done left Raleigh and went to Dunn. Ain't nobody. You feel me? Moved out there, fuck with them dumb boys. They was fucking with me. I know what it's like to go to different places. The difference between Dunn and Raleigh is, see, them crunchy boys, they might got their problems in the country, but them niggas will work together. So it was nothing. If I go out to Dunn right now and text them niggas, say I'm coming out there, 30 niggas will show up and shoot a video. I only lived in Dunn for a couple years. You see the unity? In Raleigh, the shit different. See, niggas don't tell y'all the truth because niggas be ass kissing to y'all. That's why when y'all meet a real motherfucker like me, half the time y'all be like, oh, bruh, funny. Bruh, not funny. Bruh don't need shit. Won't no nigga in here. It's a few niggas who are really in the background. Tap. You feel me? Link. See, when I be speaking about music, I be talking about the OGs, not these new baby ass niggas. I know the OGs. I know a lot of the niggas who set the stems in the city, the Mike Classics. I know these niggas. So when I was the young boy, I was sitting behind Link, Mike Classic, his man, Tap. I know all of these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Or when they remember the Mike Blaze, I know him back because I was a young apprentice at 18 when everybody else was in their mid-20s. I was mixing records for Link back then, nigga. This like 2007 for studio sessions. Niggas don't know the true story of me. You know what I'm saying? The true understanding how I couldn't get in the studio to me going over there and I tell you on Pisces and Quail Ridge and Link in the building and I see Tap over there. You feel me? And Tap was the first person. First day he met me, Tap gave me like 30 beats. You know what I'm saying? But I get in that studio and then after, I still can't get in the studio because he like, bruh, it costs money. I get in a car accident, I get like $1,300, I spend a whole check with Link. Niggas ain't me, bruh. That's why after that session, me and my cousin did 12 songs that day. We spent the whole 1,200. That's how hungry niggas was. I ain't a handout nigga, bruh. Niggas have helped me, but I don't mind paying for what the fuck I got. Before I had my own studio, I had thousands of records and probably like 15 albums. And that's why I say I don't gotta argue with niggas online because everybody say I'm capping. You just don't know no better. But eventually you gonna bump into somebody who you gonna go to their crib and they gonna be like, you know that nigga you was arguing with? I got 7 of his CDs from back in the day when the nigga was 20. See, I talk the way I talk because back in the day in Raleigh, niggas CDs sound half good. The niggas ain't had their sonics right. Niggas knew how to use Pro Tools only hood way. Everybody's CD sound decent, but nobody really had a good sound. And then Major came to Raleigh, and then I worked with Major, and then from that point on, we worked it and the sound quality improved. I even put half the niggas in the city on Major. Half the niggas in the city that met Major, rather if you got his number from somebody else, if you look at the root of how niggas got his number, it's gonna come down to me, Millie. Me and Millie. Like, I'm the only person Major really know that's rapping. I'm dropping 2005. I'm dropping, we on the corners. When niggas meet me like, bro, they pull back up. Who making your beats? Take this number. You know what I'm saying? Like even right now, we be up here talking like I be up here chilling. I be up here with dogs. I probably took more of a vacation this year, and I probably still outwork half of the rap nigga. At the end of the day, I don't rap to try to please nobody. I rap, you know what I'm saying, because that's who I am. That's my calling. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel no way. I ain't shallow about it that this place ain't got no motherfucking soul. That shit don't bother me none. You feel me? That shit don't hurt me none. I'm gonna keep doing me. It's a lot of people from all over the world that hit me in my inbox who see what I am spiritually and what I represent and what my brand about, and that's all that matter. Everything else is extra. You know what I'm saying? That's real shit. I'm not arguing with niggas no more about nothing. You know what I'm saying? My numbers stack up on its own. It's a lot of niggas out here who buzzing who don't even get the numbers. You know what I'm saying? Popularity is cool, but see the difference is I was popular before music. And then with rap, it's the same thing, bro. But I really go outside and I'm gonna grind for mine. I'm gonna do what the fuck I gotta do for what I feel is right for me and the goal. And just like how you should too. But not to get too far off, the point of the matter is not that you can't gain nothing from it. We saying that it will do nothing for you. North Carolina would do nothing for you. Rather if these niggas in Raleigh respect me and I don't give a fuck. Raleigh ain't my ceiling. Half the time when you get critiques, it's other rap niggas having opinions on other rap niggas. But have an opinion on me. I'm out working y'all niggas, half of y'all niggas. And then the crazy part is, it's a team of niggas. It's really me. It's me. It's been, most of this shit was done by me. In the studio, making beats, rapping, mixing, hitting people, getting covers done, writing my own video treatments, working with the guys who shoot video. I don't never show it to no video shoot. It's rare, except for like one. I think one video I know Merch did. He picked the location, because Merch that nigga, and he did that, but that was his idea. And then like, me and the camera guys, I write the treatment, but me and the camera guys will bounce ideas back and forth to the set. I write my treatments. You know what I'm saying? See, niggas don't know the true thing. When y'all hear the music, y'all don't know this. It ain't just me. Like, for example, we did Little Black Boy. It was my idea, certain parts, but Merch was like, bro, have your son sing it. That's what I'm about. I think, and I don't have no problem, because just like Loso said, call him, I'm talking shit to Loso this morning, but I'm going to call Loso. Because it's pointless at the end of the day, us having this conversation live, we just talking shit. I'm going to call, bro, though. And we gonna chop it up. Because this ain't personal. We ain't here talking music. And that's what I want everybody on my live, when we get up here and we argue on my live and have a disagreement, we talking shit. But at the end of the day, if we can't sit down and chop it up with each other and try to figure out what's real and where our worlds meet, then the rest of it is extra. It's just opinions. You know what I'm saying? So if you still on the feed, my nigga, it's all love. But these are the conversations that we gotta have to get to the next point. And so, bruh, I'm just bringing this conversation up because bro on Big Mouth Media yesterday was saying it. At the end of the day, let me be clear. I speak strongly, but I don't know it all, bro. I don't. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of shit I do know, but it's a lot of shit I don't know. But I want everybody logically to understand, I'm not here to discredit Loso. Loso makes some fucking fire. I've heard some shit from Loso that was like, let's be real. We gotta be able to still, we can disagree, but if I disagree with him on live, but don't call this, man, I'm a fake nigga. What's the point of doing all this if I ain't gonna sit down with him? I know bruh dope. He ain't never disrespected me or say he ain't fuck with me. That ain't Loso. He just telling his opinion. So I want people to feel like that. I want to stop that stigmatism that happened last year where like people feel like they can't say what they want to say. I'm going to combat you. I'm a real one. But it don't mean I don't respect you. And then you could be right, and I might not even hear you right now, but 2 days from now, I might realize like, damn, that nigga Loso right. You feel me? That's my maturity in this shit. I don't know it all, bro. But at the end of the day, I'm compassionate about what I talk about. You know what I mean? And because I care about this shit, I want to see niggas prevail. Hell yeah, I want to see Carolina win. Hell yeah, I think Carolina got the dopest beat makers and producers and rappers, bro. Like, no cap, it's the melting pot. Yeah, like, you feel me? So that's why I say at the end of the day, we can't mistake in this internet shit when I'm live and we talking, but the public learning from me and you right now. When me and you disagreeing, Loso, for example, any nigga, when me and you disagreeing, you putting your logic on the board. Even though I'm like, bro, you can tap out this conversation. You still supposed to keep writing on that fucking board because the people that's watching this, some people agree with you, my nigga. Some people agree with me, but that's the point of the conversation. It's not about what I think. It ain't about what you think. It's what the people get from our conversation, my nigga. But more importantly, if y'all on my feeds and people do tap in with me and you a rapper, tap in with Loso. You know what I'm saying? Tap in with him because he ain't just a regular nigga, so don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? And just like if y'all out here and y'all trying to get the studio, I had these conversations because on a deeper level, we do need to work together. We as people in Raleigh, what's hurting us is the fact that the matter is that we all opinionated as fuck. We all strong-minded. We all bosses in our own right because we all had to be. Ain't no record labels in North Carolina, so Loso feel this way, Storm feel this way, this nigga feel this way. Niggas is bosses. Niggas have no choice in North Carolina but to be headstrong because if none of us was headstrong, none of us would still be here. You feel me? So, but we just got to learn how to crinkle this shit out and get to this bag. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us really can work together and get to this point. But my only point of this wasn't to re-spark old shit. Was just saying when I seen Big Mouth Media interview yesterday, I was like, yo, this is a fire-ass interview. And bro was like, matter of fact, let me find that shit. I don't even know if y'all seen it because I was outside a second. Let me see if I can find that shit real quick. I think I shared it on my page. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. But that's my point of the matter isn't to embarrass or to talk shit about nobody or make it seem like niggas ain't doing nothing. Niggas doing it big. The hell the hood's fire. Niggas doing it big. I don't want people to take me wrong. But I'm always thinking about the end game. I don't mean when I'm live, I want niggas to know I ain't discrediting any nigga for Hill the Hoods or any event you throwing. I'm proud of you at the end of the day. This is everybody got to be independent. But I want the artist to know to have a plan when you go to these events. Don't go to these events thinking that you can just pay some money and that when you perform your songs that niggas that you're following just gonna blow up because you perform in front of all these people. It don't work like that. You're gonna have to really, some people gonna hear your music and be like, oh, I like this shit. But just as fast as they like your shit, by the time they leave the event, they don't know your name. They don't remember who you are. They don't know where to find you. Like when we on stage, they're like, yo, my name, blah, blah, blah. Check me out on Twitter, Facebook. Niggas ain't in the, niggas twisted. Niggas had liquor. Niggas high as fuck. When you saying that shit, yo, check me out. Niggas ain't in the stage on crowd like. Niggas just like, yeah, bro. By the time they get, after the festival over an hour or two later, they was amazed by the song, but the whole night they like, damn, what's bruh name? You feel me? So if you ain't got no merch, no real merchandise or flyers or real music, and I think that what people don't understand, the reason why I'm so big on CDs, yes, CDs is what they say, they claim it's outdated, but CDs is the one way that you can really physically exist. You know what I'm saying? See, a physical CD has a purpose, just like a digital song has a purpose. You know what I'm saying? And we tend to think, like I tell when I tell like corporate people, you don't have the right to assume. Like schools be like, well, we emailed it to you. Well, I understand that America can assume that everybody has the internet. Not saying I don't, because of course I do. But it's unfair to assume everybody has it, because to assume everybody has the internet is unfair because America don't pay for everybody's internet. It's not free. So if you base your company off the internet, then there's still a large section of people that's 40 and up that don't fuck with the internet like that. So you're going to miss out on a whole bunch of people. And that's what we got to, you know what I'm saying, get to it. Let me see if I can find this interview, y'all, real quick. I know I watched that shit on, well, I know I clicked it, so I know it's on both of them. So give me a second. What it say? It say, got to do something different to make them remember you. Outfits, props, dancers, you can make people remember. You can make people remember. It's like I said, and the exposure aspect it's always good. Or if you wanna get practice on stage, it's always good. That argument is not an argument. But the long run, I'm saying, like, nobody can name me one rapper who got on from any of these shows or open mics ever. So that's the point that bro was making. Now I made the point, of course, it was controversy. He made the point, and his feeds was like, people was like, man, that joint fire. Man, they're doing me dirty right now. Hold on, y'all. Damn, yo. Internet, man. I'm tired of these computers because they always make you go through all this shit. Hold on 1 second. Let me see if I can find that joint. Oh, I might not have it. Let me check YouTube. And the reason why I know I got it because I did click it. So hold on 1 second, y'all. Tuesday. All right, hold on. This internet shit is crazy. Well, I guess I ain't gonna be able to find it, but nah, if I find it, I definitely do the joint because it's weird. It popped up on my feed yesterday. That's where it comes from, the conversation. But yeah, nah, I don't think that shit gonna show me. But my only point is, the point of the conversation is understanding on a deeper level that it's not just about this. It's not about exposure, right? and this is as far as a business conversation, it's about exposure, but it has to be good exposure. All like no such thing as bad exposure or bad publicity, right? That's true. But that's to as far as like publicity, meaning like if something happened, something negative happened, and you all over the news, it amps you. But that's not the same as going to a club or going to a venue. I was saying if you go to a festival with 100,000 people who came to hear organic music or real musicians and real rappers, if you at that type of festival and you fit that suit and you just need the look, it's good for you. But at an open mic where it's like the problem is like when we got a venue, it's not really catered to no audience. So it'll be multiples, which is good. But sometimes people go to concerts because they like they going because it might be 6 people performing. But overall, some people just like one person and they're a diehard fan. But overall, most people want to buy a ticket where they feel like they're getting their money's worth, where they can get multiple acts. When we doing this, it's like it's trap rappers with lyrical rappers, with conscious rappers, with all of these people in a mixed crowd. That's part of the issue. You know what I'm saying? None of these shows are really being ran like how Caracos used to be. I mean, what was that joint? Where like we come in, you sit down, you got bars, you got drinks, you got food where they can sit down. It's very few spots where it's a very good setting where it's like the people interact with the artist. That's what I mean. So, I mean, it's good exposure at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? But at this rate, I just want people to understand it's only going to get people in the same rooms, in the same space. What open mics and shit to do for you in Raleigh is get you seen by other niggas in Raleigh mostly. Like maybe niggas ain't heard you, producers you want to work with, or people this and that. It'll get you that. It'll get you some fans, but we need to stop acting like Raleigh has. Who has Raleigh made? Who has this city put their hand on and said, this is the guy, and we're gonna push him out? Nobody. It's a whole bunch of talent and a whole bunch of people with scattered out followings, but no unified mass front on nobody. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Boogie, take Lala out. You know what I'm saying? No mass front of nobody. So we got to stop acting like we live in a city that has a culture of music. We're creating that culture, but it's still a lot to go on. Like I grew up in New Jersey. The culture already exists. The people in New Jersey know, like when we younger, we know even growing up, we know the rappers in our city. And if they hot, it's like not the industry mixtapes. Like when I was growing up, it was like DJ E Double and it was other DJs who they put out tapes and niggas would listen. We would go to the store and spend $20, $30 on a tape that we put in a cassette player. This is not during the 80s. This is during the early 2000s because in Jersey, niggas, we still fuck with tapes because we was organic like that, right? See, that's the thing about a city that has its own identity. Niggas, in Jersey City, niggas walked around with Panasonics in the 2000s with tapes in them. We didn't listen to regular music. We listened to music where we'll take Future lyrics and put it on Wyclef beat. Right? That's the type of shit. Right? But we would go every couple Fridays if E Double dropped the tape. We would go, people in the city, the kids, the adults, would go to certain stores and pay $20, $30 for a tape that he made in his crib and dubbed them. And he a DJ, he making these tapes, but he was so fly with putting lyrics with other beats that he almost was better at putting he did better at putting niggas lyrics on beats that won't they beats than some of them did on the beats that they originally used. So that means the culture already exists to where people know, like, growing up, we would go spend that money with somebody where we was from. That's not the Carolina way. The Carolina way is that Carolina niggas gonna go spend money with people from other states because Carolina, not to be disrespectful, it's like the mindset is, y'all, it's buyers. And this ain't, everybody argue with me. 4 record labels told me this. Any wealthy white man, any business person, anybody who ever had any real business in North Carolina gonna come up here and say, bro, right, I done sit down at the tables. Carolina is a consumer market. Niggas buy shit. Niggas is fans. Niggas will go buy Kendrick and do all that shit, support everybody else, but they rarely buy. J. Cole, yeah, Carolina support him somewhat, but J. Cole's millions, most of that shit come from out of North Carolina. Jersey does in some ways, but in a lot of ways it doesn't, meaning that artists in Jersey have a hard time because niggas ignorance, bro. And remember, there's no record labels in New Jersey either. Right? But it's different because it's different in many ways. Carolina and NC, 2 completely different places. Carolina is, when you think, niggas call New York the birthplace of hip hop. No, New York and New Jersey is still really the same place. All of that shit is meshing in the same. Queen Latifah and most of the niggas in the background was from New Jersey. Right? Carolina, it ain't the same history, but it will have it in time. Right? The people, it's not just about the artists, the people. right? The people in Jersey, they listen to upcoming rappers. That's how we was listening to Joe Buttons and all these niggas before they ever had deals. I mean, not just, but niggas in the city, the Ransoms. We was listening to all of these niggas, the Albials and shit. We was listening to all of these niggas from the mixtapes. We was listening to Albial. I was on mixtapes too. We was listening to, I remember Albial being on the mixtape I was on when we was like fucking 12. And then they sold them CDs. And it's not a shot at Carolina. I want y'all to understand what I'm saying. North Carolina doesn't have the culture. It says, heard a few years back about North Carolina being a consumer market. You're so right about that. Think it's changing though. No, the way to change, and that's what I'm saying. That's the point of these conversations. Yes, education. It's like, just like when we study marketing, right? Then you got to realize one of the problems that we got to learn is that some people say, bro, you be on live. Listen, you got to educate your audience too. If your audience, if you on a certain wave, like my morning convos is a certain wavelength. I make music other than that wavelength as the morning convo, but I know for a fact that people on a certain wavelength, I know what music they gonna like and what they want, right? So I can cater to them in a certain manner through the show and in many ways, whether if it's music or point the songs to them. What I play at the beginning of the shows, I can point them to the shit that they're interested in, right? Carolina is changing, right? But it's a process, just like every other place. It's not to discredit it, but we got to be able to educate the public so the public understands how to support the artist, because I realize there's a lot of people in Carolina that do support. I know Carolina support. You know how many CDs niggas bought off me? If y'all knew how many CDs they bought off me, half the time I'd be up here arguing, y'all wouldn't argue with me. And the people that be out here, like, it's a respect thing. Some things about rap. Some people don't respect your raps, but after you've been out there every day for them 130 days, motherfucker like, yo, let me get that CD, bro. You and your mans and y'all been out here every day. Y'all niggas serious. Let me get 2 of them. It's different ways. Some people you can win over. But it's the people in New Jersey, it is a hurdle still. Because, like I said, there's no record labels in New Jersey. So we still kind of got to kiss ass to get into New York in some sense, like musically. But that's what hurt us, because all of our stars went elsewhere. Right? But the culture still exists, meaning that the people buy underground music, especially when I was growing up. If somebody coming up in Jersey and he hot, and the people are quicker to get behind it than the people in North Carolina, but it's only because they have already broke artists before. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of New York rappers, they focus their market on New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? So it's just to show you, you know what I'm saying? Carolina, and I'm not doubting that Carolina will eventually be one of the biggest spots that music ever had, or will eventually become it, but we got to do it, because the more that we sit back and the more that we don't educate, you know what I'm saying? I see the young niggas benefiting off of the hard work and the structures that some of us stood on corners and really bled for when it came down to music. You know what I'm saying? These young niggas, they don't really understand. Like, I'm proud of them, but they don't know what it's like to be outside. Like, they really don't understand what it was like in 2005, 2006, and how much that the city of Raleigh was not impressed by the music coming from its artists. This is from the people. I know this because I was hand to hand with people. Now, I don't see a lot of niggas rap, but if you hand to hand with your music, it don't make you better, but what it does, it makes you accountable. Because if you're going to stand outside every day, nigga just gave you $20, he going to see you tomorrow. He gave you 10, he going to see you tomorrow. If the music's so trash or not hot like how niggas used to argue with me, then why did these people constantly continue to buy? Oh, because they feel bad for me? It don't work like that. Some people probably want to support me, but overall, they had to like something they was getting, or I'm not going to spend $20 on a CD. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just being real. So we have to educate our audience in order for the audience to understand what's important and what's not important and how to support us. So that's why me being live is like, if you want to support me, you got to tell them. Like, for me, streaming the music is one way to support me, but professionally and financially, streaming the music is the wackest way you can support me. Y'all niggas can, unless I got millions and millions of streams every day, it don't make the same sense. When you stream my music, I'm getting like a half a penny. I think it went up to maybe like a third of a penny. I'm not sure. Whatever you want to say, right? It went up a little bit. When you buy my music online, then if you know the business, for every 10 CDs they sell, they keep 5. And a lot of people gonna argue it. You do your research. It's a part of the digital distribution. We don't have the technology to track that shit, so we could be selling way more than they got sometimes. But This is on the websites when studying, like made by the Harvard classes, when they telling you how it works. If you look it up, for every 10 albums they sell, TuneCore, CD Baby, all of them, they keep 5. They get to keep 5. So they can sell 15, but they only gonna pay you for 10. For every 10, they get to keep 5 to themselves. That's the business of music. So if you stream my music, you really not, you helping me, but you giving me pennies. And you really paying them white boys and not me. Them white boys ain't in the studio with me. I'm making my beats, I'm rapping, I'm mastering. You feel me? I'm doing all that shit. And then I'm just telling y'all the business. When you think, love you sis, hey big sis. When y'all stream my music, and I don't mean to be funny, but y'all need to know as fans, y'all really paying them white boys. Y'all not paying us. When you buy music online, them white boys controlling our music, and then when the quarter ends, they give us the money, you know what I'm saying, that they want to give us off of. This is being real. Then, but if you buy from me directly, like people that bought a shirt for me, let's say somebody bought an outfit, my outfit was 100 with the VH logo on it. I sent you, when you bought the clothes, I sent you stickers, I sent you poster, and I sent you music, physical copies with my signature. Because people say, what you got a physical copy for? Right now, I give you an example. If I blow up my big, 2 years from now I'm the biggest actor in the world, and you got a physical CD that I gave you that I pressed up with my hand. It got my fingerprints on the disc, and I signed it. That disc that I sent you is now worth money. But you got it, so in the future when I see you and I say, yo, for all my real followers, if you show up to the arena in North Carolina or New Jersey, if you got one of my CDs or one of my old shirts, or I don't care if it's crumbling, you get it for free, I can get them directives to come to it. You know what I'm saying? That's the power of it. It says, Tan Pray said, we have those, but we need more to keep industry thriving. That's what's killing us. It's not really thriving. Yeah, it's not really thriving. It's still, and I won't just blame Carolina, but I can only speak on Carolina because that's where I'm at. The real independent movers and shakers kind of look down on. You know what I mean? We work so hard, and I speak for the collective. We work so hard, beat makers, rappers, producers, that we got very little. We did get respect, but we got very little to show for a lot of shit, like early on in this shit. So when the younger niggas came up and I see them grinding, they just dropping a couple videos and they get buzzing, they doing what they supposed to do. But they will never, today, they're gonna look down on us like, yo, this is what I hear. They be like, bro, niggas are saying like, yo, you ain't hot like that, nigga. You been rapping for motherfucking 15 years and you ain't got no bag. You still in Raleigh. End of the day, I've been rapping for 15 years, and that's if you gonna own every piece of music, from I own the beat, I own the lyrics, I own the company, I own it all. If you gonna own some shit, then it's different from me going and we in the studio working like slaves to go hand this fucking CD over to somebody who gonna give us small percentages. You know what I'm saying? They gonna make 20 million off a CD that you flop, they still made 2.5 million. But y'all not looking at business. When I'm in here cooking up, I ain't nobody funding me. So when I take my CD, I want what's mine. So know when I sit down and they offer me 250,000, or they offer me situations that I know at the end of the day, like, bro, do you think I'm fucking stupid? I'm not 18. You feel me? I don't knock the kids, but the kids need to understand. Why the fuck you think the record labels is coming to sign y'all? Because they know that y'all don't know business. And half of y'all, and like half of us, let me say it properly, half of us come from poverty. We still live in the projects. You know what I'm saying? See, I ain't one of them niggas to be talking, bro. I come from the hood. Multiple, Raleigh and Jersey. I live in all hoods. Davie Street, you know what I'm saying? State Street. I really lived in these areas. Jersey City, you know what I'm saying? I'm not just a nigga up here talking like, you know, some niggas live hood but ain't really from the hood. But I'm from the hood don't mean I gotta walk around and be hood. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the hood. You know what I'm saying? That's a birthright. I'm born from that. So I don't feel like I gotta walk around because it's just me personally. I'm not knocking nobody who's still hood. That's my culture. That's where I come from. That's my family. That's my city. That's what we are. But at the same time, some of us have to strive to be different. I'm not in that environment. So I personally say I want to be example, right? So I give you some. I gotta accept some of the music I make might be a little too spiritually deep for some people in the environment I'm in, because the environment is the environment of people shapes the mindset and how people look and think. You know what I'm saying? In New Jersey, I come from a place where, you know, when I speak certain shit, it resonates in New Jersey or in them areas a little different, because you got to remember, these are places that Malcolm, Farrakhan, and Martin and them really was mobile. Like, if somebody fuck with the Muslims in Jersey, the whole nation of Islam gonna come out there. It's a problem. Like, that's the type of unity. Malcolm, so when you dealing with areas where the Prophet lived at, where Malcolm lived at, or where Noble Drew Ali lived at, or if you live in these areas in California, these are places where very big revolutionaries come from. the music gonna be different. See, Nipsey can talk that shit because look at all of the history of revolution and all of the pushback against culture that Cali and LA and them got. So when the nigga talk that shit, it's still embedded in the DNA of that culture. You know what I'm saying? The culture in Carolina different. It's a lot of shit that Carolina has unique to its own benefit. So I'm not saying New Jersey is better. I'm just showing you the difference. Carolina got a lot of gold and a lot of special shit. It just has to thrive. You know what I'm saying? Nature is your best benefit of here. Y'all don't realize y'all wake up every day and go outside the trees. Nigga, we don't see trees like that. Like, it's trees in Jersey, but it's more trees probably in on Falls of the News than all of Jersey City. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of benefit, but the problem is, the first thing Carolina got to do is stop being followers. Carolina got to want to have their own identity. You feel me? And that's my thing. Like, I'm not knocking nobody, and this is for any city. All states in America, the hoods is mimicking other people from other places because the kids are like, well, he got famous or she got famous from doing it, and then I'm going to do the same thing because it's going to make me famous. That's just a common thing. It's not people, rap niggas ain't coming up just trying to mimic and copy, and then some cats really just trying to mimic. They go to the studio, they man make beats. Hey, bro, you heard this song before? Hey, hit them drums just like that. Give me these drums and I'm going to rap on it and throw it. You know what I'm saying? That's hip-hop. Like J. Cole said, we don't live in a time where everybody trying to make their own creation. If Willie Walker and Black House created an invention, niggas in North Carolina, they not going to be focused on making their own invention. Most people in North Carolina are going to think of ways to modify my invention to resell it. Or to study my invention to make their own and change one or two things on it and call it BHP. You know what I'm saying? That's the logic. Not just Carolina, everywhere. But I'm speaking on Carolina because that's where I live. People don't want people to think I'm picking on Carolina. I want people to understand this is where I live. You know what I'm saying? But I have to accept that. You know what I'm saying? Just like I'm 36, I ain't 20, so I ain't got the same pressure. The young niggas out here trying to be something, I don't have the pressure. I don't have to run around and try to be gangster because gangster shit happen, real shit happened in life, right? That's not where I'm at in life. Where I'm at in life ain't trying to prove to a bunch of niggas who ain't doing nothing for me or their self, or half of the time the people around them is pointless. If at my age I'm still trying to fit in at the studios, I'm still trying to walk around, I'm still trying to fit in, then I need to recognize that I got a lot of growing to do. And that I got to realize that my downfall is that I'm trying to fit into the culture instead of becoming culture. The difference between Kendrick's album and the rest of these niggas' albums, regardless of what you think, is, like I said yesterday, the beginning they be like, okay, I hate this lazy energy. And the way these beats starting off is killing me. But soon as them bitches drop, you know what I'm saying? I'm like Kendrick, like, what the fuck is cancel culture? What the fuck is cancel culture? Rappers are scared to even talk about homosexuals or scared to talk about shit because now you can't. So now straight people are being oppressed vocally. So it ain't freedom of speech no more. Because we afraid that if we say the wrong line, like the baby said, yo, I don't got time for niggas who be sucking dick at the end of the day. Okay. Gay niggas might say a gay man might say ain't got time for niggas who be fucking and sucking pussies. Straight niggas ain't gonna cancel his album. So I think that's the importance. Carolina, we all just gotta expand. I just was smart enough to learn, like, I got in arguments with 10 people in the last couple years saying these same conversations. And I was trying to tell people, like, instead of arguing, I just stopped arguing and said, okay, I'm gonna let y'all focus on Raleigh and I'm gonna go get the world. And that's the key to life. Go get the world, man. Just like any other place, go get the world, and where you come from gonna follow you. They gonna bandwagon. Let me see what Tab said. It says, he said, we got them, bro. We just need more. Let me see. It says, especially the younger demographic. Who's the next publicist, right? Who's the next young producer? Next media personality? Where's our brackets? I think the next generation is where it's hurting it. Yeah. He said big fat. He said once we have order, we'll naturally cultivate those people. It's just starting to form. He said, I've been trying to fill certain gaps. And well, now, Tap, you have been trying to fill voids. And like Madison, you wanted to, just like both of y'all in this conversation, these are some of the pioneers of this place. And it's nothing wrong. Like, just like this morning, me and Loso going back and forth. But I wanted y'all to see that it's respect. But just like when I'm talking to them, Tap is like, when you see Black House, there's an invisible giant behind Black House named Tap. You know what I'm saying? He might not be here mixing all these records for me, but he's partially the reason why I was able to mix records and have a studio. That's just one side of him, and he did that for a whole bunch of people. We're not even talking about just his production. We're not talking about his raps and him standing on corners. We're not talking about Madison merch and standing on corners. When I see Madison and Tap talking, these are the guys, whether if you know it or not, that if you upcoming rapping, hit them in their inbox. Because these are the guys that can really help you. Like, hip hop is a maze. If you talk to Tap and sit down with him and try to formulate your plan, that's his best talent to me. When you coming up and you hungry, outside of making beats, like, he really can get you in the right space, right? Talk to Tap, he can help you go under the maze and pop out in the middle. That's our jobs as the older niggas. Is to say, when I'm dealing with Chief and Levy Vuitton and my nigga Levy and my artists and Loyalty, is to cut their time. Link tapping all of them used to have conversations. AK and them say, yo, we just trying to cut your time, nigga. At that time, they was my age. And they was saying shit like, nigga, we 36, we 37. We been doing this shit since we was 20. If you listen to what we telling you today, you can learn everything we learned in what, 15, 20 years in music in 2, 3, 4 conversations, and hopefully you apply it. You feel me? You feel me? So that's what it is. So it's my job when I go back to the public is to express this to the public so that the youth, not the people or us arguing, but the youth know, or the rappers coming up with or the producers to know this how this shit work. You know what I'm saying? And this how it work. But we just got to be, you know what I'm saying? It's all love. But I do think that Carolina, to be clear, we are so much further than what we used to be. So when I say the youth don't know, the young guys who got buzzers, they don't know about going outside when we were selling them CDs and we'll stop people and they'll look at us sideways. Like, the youth don't know about how rude Raleigh was to his rappers in 2000 and up until the shit changed a couple years ago. You know what I'm saying? But everything progressed from the videos to the raps to the sound. You know what I'm saying? But back then, you be trying to sell CDs and niggas be like, they get an attitude with you. I don't do that Raleigh shit, bruh. I don't do that Raleigh shit, bruh. I'm good. I'm good. See, niggas don't know what it's like to stand on the corner and to actually have a decent CD, but you got to fight the stigmatism. And then after, let's say, be real, like from 2005, 2006, 2007, so hard to 2008, 9, 10, it's like, y'all selling out every day. 2000, you know what I'm saying, 10, 11, 12, 13 to where, like, selling like, damn. How many we brought out? Damn, we get 20 a CD. The culture is here. The people don't know, the artists and the producers have been at war with each other mentally for the last 10, 15 years. So we at war with each other in public and live and shit, and we never educated the public or even never taught the people, and we never gave them directives of, hey, if y'all wanna hear all the dopest shit, this is where we gonna be at this night, tap in. You know what I'm saying? We gotta build the following. Hey, who gonna take the L? The first 4 or 5 shows, women get in free, or it's $1 for everybody in the building. We gonna throw it outside at the park. You know what I'm saying? Drinks out there that night, $2 if it's a family event or a cookout function, something like that. Now we do have it. I see what Rome doing. Rome is throwing events, and I gotta give Rome complete credit because I went, he called me, and I respect it. And see, that's what I mean. Some people think I won't do him. It's about respect. He called me like, bro, you gonna pop out and perform? Yeah, I'll pop out, bro. Just the fact that he called me and asked me, it's like, that's respect. Oh yeah, I'm popping out. I brought my boys with me. And really, I was about to hit this week, but I'm gonna go next week. You feel me? Because I want Rome to know, like, yo, I fuck with you. Because when I went there, the vibe was 100. It wasn't like, that's when you get to know, like, damn, Rome, I fuck with bro. Like, when you get to know Rome, like, the real one, I fuck with bro. You know what I mean? We all in music or personalities online and shit, but we got to get to know the people behind. So I got to, what he doing is dope. And then he got merch there shooting professional videos. So every time they do one, you get to see yourself up there on stage in a professional look. That's great marketing, right? But we just got to we got to be better. We got to keep going, packing them out and build the culture. Keep going. It says, let me see. He said, y'all sound alike for one. He said, but nah, y'all vast knowledge, music air, and actually fuck with the culture. Yeah, Knife is one of those, me and Tap used to argue, and Tap would always, in the middle of argument, be like, Knife was making the beats for these hip-hop niggas in New York and New Jersey. That's facts. That's facts. Carolina niggas, let's be real. If you know the history, Ski Beats, niggas Carolina niggas been making beats for hip hop when hip hop was coming up into hip hop. So production wise, Carolina has always been one of the most prevalent places in hip hop, but for some reason it never became a producer of talent. You know, we love Toosii, we love the baby, but Toosii and the baby said in interviews multiple times, man, I had to leave North Carolina, dog. I went other places, and then after I blew up, now they on me. Toosii, like, they won't hear me, bro. So that's the point of putting your work in. So now, my phase right now, I've been on, you know, I still do them. Y'all got shit coming, but I've been chilling. I've been on some production shit, and I'm making this public for everybody who watch me, because a lot of rappers who watch me too. My 2020 goal is like, I've been working with a couple artists now, but I've actually been wanting to push the limits, because I realized, like, fuck me as a rapper partially. Like, excuse me. Like, when I say fuck me as a rapper, like, forget me as a rapper personally. But what I could offer sound-wise and, like, production-wise and, like, in the studio with a rapper, that's why I've been rapping so long, like, I can help a rapper get his art on the table the right way to where it sound like he been rapping forever. Just helping him, training him to record and get him molded in the recording process, how to record certain things to make it appeal, and really being able to mold shit around it. So one of my goals is really producing motherfucking like records for other people, and it's been going crazy of late too. So if you're an artist in the city and you looking for new sound or just some to expand and shit, tap in with me. It's time. I want people to not look at me as the rapper that's like, I'm in competition now. I'm here to help. My dreams, I'm gonna go for my dreams in Raleigh against the world. I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna always push. But there's a responsibility of me. Not just me up here running my mouth don't mean nothing unless I'm helping. So it's a lot of people that I'm reaching out to, and I am having arguments about music, but for the right reasons. Like, listen, let's make this shit happen. But understand, if you hit me on the inbox and we gonna work, we can work. But you gotta be a certain type of nigga for me and you to get along. You ain't gotta be me or nothing. Like, I don't give a fuck about what you out. You could be in a gang, but you gotta be a solid nigga. Like, you just need to be a straight up nigga. I can fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Be comfortable in your own skin. And then, if I can see your vision, we gonna click. But I want to see your hunger. I want to see you be an artist. I want you to be not afraid to experiment. Now, I ain't trying to push you out your box and make you make the music I want you to make. But sometimes, you know, if I really feel like you got the potential to do it, or if I feel like, for example, I don't feel like you really giving me your story. So when we working, I'm gonna get that out of you. Or if you around me enough, we've been in the studio 20 times. One of the days you're gonna be here, you're gonna be arguing with your baby mama, your man, your husband. You're gonna be arguing. And I'm gonna be sitting there in the background cooking up a beat to that same emotion and then get you to go there. Whether I gotta put a hook down or something to get you to go there. But that's what this shit about. Because the true avenues is, my job personally is to help open the door for other people. Right? But it has to be a professionalism with this shit, with me. Meaning that just really being hungry, really wanting to work, and really showing up. Like, I ain't coming to the studio and rapping, that's cool. If it's a video shoot for me or another nigga or somebody around you, or whatever, we moving as a unit, you ain't gotta be a part of my label for me to help you. But if we moving at the video shoots, pop up. Cause like, I got a homeboy right now who been around me for like 3-4 years. He made me through another artist I was working with. And you know, it's business. But last year, I shot a couple videos and I called him out the blue like, bro, yo, pull up. I need people at the video. He pulled up to every video shoot. After like the third or fourth one, I said, bro, you got my attention, bro. Because if you'll come to my video shoots, I know you'll come to yours. And if you'll show up for my video shoots and support what I'm doing, then I'm going to give you the same energy back. And now it's time for us to sit down and get a master plan together and figure out how we can get you, rather your first project out. But I'm a businessman, so I work with people. You know what I mean? But we going to handle the business. So one of the things I say is just understand that the conversation today is just to show you that if you're going to do those things, the shows and open mics, have a plan. Use the crowd to your advantage. Just rapping in front of them is cool, but I want you to remember, the mind don't remember. So yeah, people can leave and remember, but if you performing and you 1 out of 20 performers and you might perform, you could be the last performer. Just leaving out of the venue might take 30, 40, 50 minutes getting back to the car. It's like, what was his name again? What was her name again? People don't want to remember, so that's why when you on stage, if people out there handing out flyers to everybody in the crowd, you throwing t-shirts and shit like that, or you doing whatever, you got to take these losses. Business ain't about always profiting, especially in hip-hop. Hip hop is one of the few businesses that you're gonna lose money. Music takes money. It's just pulling in, giving you shit until you get to a certain level. Other businesses will take and give. Hip hop will take from you and take from you. So you got to be willing to say, I'm gonna get these 100 shirts, but I'm gonna figure out if I really got real 100 fans, because I'm gonna go live every day and talk. And the people that I see always talking and interacting with me, I'm gonna hit them in the inbox and get them shirts and get them music or get them whatever. You know what I mean? That's how you do it. You know, because your fans and the people that love you is your best marketing tool, because they're gonna market you to other people. He said, I see what you're doing with the BH brand and the BH compilation, Ali, and we need that. And it's just me trying to expand, and I appreciate that, Madison, like for real, because it's like even like when me and you sit down, like we talk and I send you records back and forth and shit, like it's just me realizing, like, you know, sometimes like forget me as a rapper, tap in with me as a producer, tap in with me as an engineer, because it's that I'm realizing. And like, you know what I'm saying, like me and Shooter, like I feel proud to be able to sit back like and know that to see the Shooter moving the way he moving, that's my guy. Man, I love being in the studio with that nigga Shooter. Like me and Shooter, we born on the same day, so it's a little different than probably me and Shooter understand, like, nigga, we got the same birthday, nigga. So we kind of like naturally a little bit more in tune than average niggas, but me and Shooter worked on this last album, you know, his new single, Pandemic Proof. You know what I'm saying? We was in the studio. I was mixing and mastering that joint. But it's just dope to see, like, not for myself, but to see, like, me working with Shooter doing all his work. I'm just the sound behind him. I'm just the ear in the background, like, ooh, bro, what you think about this? Let me chop this up. Let me do this. Ooh, let's try this. And Shooter being dope enough, even though he dope already, to be like, I bet, nigga, like, you know, do you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love working with Shooter, because from the beginning, Shooter like, nah, like, when I first session, Shooter like, fuck all that, Jers. Like, nah, bro, fuck all that. Willie, like, do you. I need you to do you. And that's where, it's like me and Major. I love working with artists who we can build a trust with each other, where you know that I'm here for your benefit. Like, when we working, I ain't thinking about me being a rapper. I'm thinking like, oh, I'm about to take this piece and I'm gonna put this at the beginning and I'm gonna double this and I'm gonna put this piece, and it's that. So to see Shooter making moves off the album that I was the engineer in the background for, it's powerful. And I want people to know that I can help you. You don't gotta use my beats, but it just gotta make sense. Cause sometimes I can know artists that I just like the fact that you grinding and we still helping each other from working together. It's like, it's certain things, it's certain records that you don't want to go to other studios to record. You pushing the culture. You need to tap in with BH, because you know when you come over here, you about to do some certain types of shit. You know what I'm saying? We gonna make that shit happen. But the goal is, when we make that music, the goal is that we trying, like I said yesterday, as musicians, we cooks, so we want to compete with the cooks who serving chicken and fried chicken and all that shit that ain't good, that tastes good. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to help the niggas who got that unique style cook that right recipe to get to the world. He said, shout out Shooter, yo. Hell yeah, love what Shooter doing and how he moving. And it's just like that. Shooter knew a lot of game with me, and Shooter was saying, damn, bro, and Shooter vouch for this shit. So I be telling you, I don't be capping when I'm live. Shooter vouch for this shit. You know what I'm saying? Shooter is... Let me tell you why Shooter gonna be successful, though. The Shooter gonna be successful because from the beginning, it was certain things I did intentionally with Shooter to see what he was comfortable with. And the fact that Shooter was a ball player, he an athlete with a rare talent, but he coachable, though. Like, when I say coachable, like, he don't need no niggas writing his raps. Shooter got raps for days. Shooter had the prisons on lock. You know what I'm saying? Shooter... We could be in the studio and I can say, Shooter, hey, bro, try this, yo. Like, this dope, but try this. Or try it this way, because it's giving me too much peeking. Do this for me. And he'd be like, all right, G. And then he stopped and he play it back. He'd be like, woo. But then you only got to tell, listen, you only got to tell Shooter one time, yo. And he applies it to his... If I tell him something, he applied it to every record from that day forward. You feel me? See, that's a rare nigga. Shooter a beast, because a nigga will meet Shooter and be like, yo, I need you to do A, B, C, and D. And Shooter gonna go do A, B, C, and D. If he asking you a question, he respects you. He came in the room with respect, even though he could be whoever. And he humble. You know what I'm saying? Real nigga that's humble. I fuck with Shooter. You know what I'm saying? That's why, like, on that note, and just using shooters, and it's a lot of guys like that. You know, I go to studios. I done wrote thousands of songs. People know I'm a great songwriter, but I've been in rooms recording a song, and an 18-year-old be like, bruh, no disrespect, say that part like this. Now the ego will be like, who the fuck this little nigga think he is? But when he said it to me, I was like, oh, that's fire. All right, bring me back. Took the record to another level. Listen, it was a time we was in here recording, and my son came out. He was 10, and he told my homeboy like, "Yo, he just ran out in the living room. He was like, hey, he said, hey, bro, bring that back and give it more feeling." And my homeboy was like, word, you feel like he was like, yeah, bro. He's like, that shit hot. Then he went back in the room. My homeboy was like, damn, if he that hype about it, let me do that shit. That's being coachable. Even me still has to be coached. Even the boss has to be coached. You know what I'm saying? Jers is the boss. I can sit in a room with some niggas with Jers is the peon. Even as intelligent I am, but I got to be able to recognize that. And instead of me trying to be the boss in the room, I'm trying to pick niggas' brains. Like, when I'm a boss in my own right around Tap. But in certain ways around Tizzy, it just be like, I'm that nigga. I'm a beat maker. I'm a rapper. I'm a da-da-da. But see, what niggas don't know, I sang, a lot of niggas don't know that's me singing on them albums, but the first nigga I ever seen singing hooks, highs, lows, and mids was Tizzy. And when I seen that at like 18, I was behind him in Link Studio, and I seen him go in there. Like, to me, I think Tap can sing, personally, you know? But he sung it flat, then he sung a high, then he sung a low, and then when they came out, they mixed it, and I was like, real shit. That's hip-hop, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no shame in my game. When it come down to certain things, like, I'm a fire-ass beat maker engineer, but it's certain technical knob shit that I'm not about, me and Tap, I'm not gonna argue with him. I'm gonna say, hey, bro, can you show me how to do that? I don't have no clue, bro. I know you can't show me how to be you, but can you give me an idea of what I need to be doing, bro? And Tap being such a good nigga, he give you game that niggas don't even supposed to give you. And then he'll even tell you like, dog, I don't give niggas this game. But I can't tell you no because you're going to think I'm a hater. You feel me? Like, real shit. Even though we know that we got game. And honestly, me and Tap be joking, but when me and Tap get up, I'm going to start getting up with Tap and I'm going to start going live. For our own, like, separate little joint. Because me and Tap be talking about a lot of shit that just need to be talked about. Just when we be sitting around talking. But my point is, it's so much shit that I know. Like, even Tap will come to me and say, like, you know, if he really need to know something, I've seen Tap come to me and say, yo, how you do this? Can you do this, bro? You good at this? Blah, 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 blah. But I know deep down inside there's so many technical things. Like, I'm a monster in beats. But Tap will kick my ass just on turning knobs. Like, we both got a fire-ass beat. Let's say today I just so happen to outbeat him one out of 1,000 beats. He like, ooh, you got some heat. He'll go in there and turn a couple knobs. His snare gonna hit harder than mine. His kick gonna resonate different. And he just kicked my ass off understanding technicalities and knobs and experience. I've been rapping forever. I've been making beats for almost 10 years now. He been making beats forever. He been rapping forever. Now, I spent a lot more time when he started focusing on beats. I was more focused on rap. So it's a give and take. But it don't stop us from working together. When we in the studio, you want to be the producer? I ain't got to make the beats. Oh, you got it, titties. Let's get it. You got some beats for me? Let's get it. I ain't tripping. I'm happy to be a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Or we in the studio, Tap come to me, and he had to say, yo, bro, I need to drop a song. Oh, you need to be, I'm happy to be the engineer and give you the same finesse so that you can go and shine against other niggas. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same aspect we got to know. I sit in a room with Major. Major hit me this year, like, how the fuck you do this? And I bet they're laughing like bullshit, bro. But it be true. It just, I'm working hard, so when Major hit me and we had these conversations. But being able to recognize in the room and be able to say, let me ask you a question, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't know this. Is the truth. Say, Coach Phil Jers, real shit. But I became a coach, but I'm a good student, though. I'm a good student, meaning that the key to being a good coach is being a good student of the game first. So a lot of ball players become coaches. So if you was a ball player that became a coach, you kind of got a better understanding than the average coach. But there's some people that never played basketball who can out-coach. It don't matter. He might have never played basketball in his life, but his mind around the game is different. But most of the greatest coaches did play ball or some sport. Damn it. Hey, Boogie! This nigga Loki, man. I'm gonna smack this nigga. Yeah. Look. He did it dirty, probably because I was online so long, but he could assist. So, but nah, just being able to recognize this shit online, and being able to recognize in the room was good. Like, people see me online, and I stand on what I mean, because I know what I'm gonna do when I get in the room, in the song, in the studio, all that. But that's music. You know what I'm saying? I'm a humble nigga still. You know what I'm saying? And then a certain part, you know, I'm a grown man too. Like, some people, I ain't 17. You know what I mean? So, I think being a good, like I was saying, being a good leader is being a good student. I sat back and I listened to a lot of niggas. And so that's what I think. I think that a lot of time in the last couple of years, it's been so much static with me that I don't think people realize, like, yo, I'm one of them niggas that can really help you push forward if you understand what I'm offering. For years ago, I used to be like, bah, 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 like, nigga, if you don't know, I'm mixing and mastering them records that's doing them numbers. If you don't know, nigga, that's my mixing on that auto-tune on whatever that's doing them records, bro. I know what most niggas don't, because I ain't just using auto-tune. And that's all I'm gonna say is other shit that I'm using with it to get certain feels. You know what I mean? It's just that's the key to this shit. And I'll give you, hold on. But that's the main thing. The key to this shit is just getting all the artists. If you tap in and you watch me and we be in here, or if you know me or you don't know me, but you serious and you be tapped in with me, or you want to work and try to get some shit, hit me in my inbox. We can chop it up. It's just all about your mindset. Because at the end of the day, business is business. You know what I'm saying? It ain't always about the money. It's about what your potential is, and is you coachable. It ain't even about you being signed to my label. Just about, do you got the potential? Do I see that you hungry? You might be the next big thing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm in the background of partially, just like how it's certain niggas. I still got Major and Tizzy. They in the background. You know what I mean? So that's the key, man. And I ain't gonna hold y'all money. BH.